Urban Kickster here, back with another video, and today we're going to take a look at the Oculus Rift. I've been using this for about a month now, and I think that it is enough time for me to figure out all the pros and cons of the device. Keep in mind that I have little experience with VR, and some of the drawbacks have to do with my PC and not the actual device. That said, there are still some things wrong with the device. The biggest thing I don't like is that if you want a 360 VR experience, you would have to buy a third sensor. And this really isn't that bad considering that the third sensor is only like $60, and adding $60 to $400 would still be a lot cheaper than that $600 that Vive is asking for their product. And as long as you stay within the 180 degrees of the tracking, you should be fine. And I do think that there are a lot of small issues with the way Oculus handles the software, like if you don't unplug your device, the default audio device will stay on the Oculus, or there isn't really an easy way to access your Steam library through the Oculus home client. And I just wish they would fix some of these things so I wouldn't have to fix it myself. But it is nice that there aren't any major issues with the device, and once you get in the game you want, the only problems lie with how well the game was made. There are some games that get laggy and have frame drops when there are a lot of particle effects or I'm trying to record. The recording issue I can understand, but when you say your game's minimum specs are GTX 970 and i5, I should be able to play it with an i5 and a GTX 1060, which is quite a bit better than a 970. It might seem like I'm being harsh on the whole frame drop issue, but if you've tried VR before, you might know that it can cause motion sickness, and when you take that initial sickness and add some visual distortion from the lag, it gets pretty trippy and very sickening for some people. For me, it doesn't affect me that bad, but there's been times where I did feel like I had a little bit of motion sickness. The good thing is that if you do have a good enough PC, you will not have any of these issues, and if you barely meet the requirements, it will happen very rarely. So a large part of why I jumped on this deal was because of the whole touch controller bundle. These are by far the coolest thing about the Oculus Rift. The buttons on the top, including the joysticks and triggers, have capacitive touch sensors. So if you touch the button but you don't press in the button, the game can know that and have a different finger position and animation from when you touch it versus press it. This creates what Oculus calls hand presence, which gives you the sense that you can control your virtual hands with more precision and without really needing to memorize button patterns or any strange movements. It is supposed to feel all natural, and anyone who picks it up should be able to just do it without being told what to do. At first, when I was using the Oculus, I didn't have the strap on the head mount display adjusted correctly, so after about 30 minutes my head would start hurting in certain areas. But once I got the strap adjusted right, the headset fit very comfortably, and I could play for about an hour and a half before taking a short break. This is a really great device, and I could spend like a whole hour talking about how this is the best VR headset, not just because of the price, but because of the features it has and the fact that it comes with free games. But I think I'm going to stop here, and hopefully I'll come out with another video in the next couple days. So if you want to see more gaming and more VR, please subscribe to this channel and like this video, because this is Urban Kickster signing off.